Hi, and welcome back. Sorry for the glare on my glasses, but I'm having lighting issues. I'm always having some sort of an issue. But I appreciate you coming back. Medical Courier Plus. The plus is because we do so much more than just Medical Courier. We give you a lot of information about so much to help you get a job, to help you get started, to help you make some money. So this is part 2 about what you can write off as an independent contractor, which is a 1099 worker, okay? So there's a lot of misconceptions out there about what you can or can't write off. What is wrong with me? So I'm going to share with you 6 more items that you can write off as an independent contractor, a 1099 worker. So starting with health insurance and medical expenses. Yes, if you pay for health insurance and medical expenses for your business, you can deduct the premiums. Okay, you can deduct the premiums. In addition to insurance premiums, you can write off expenses such as glasses, non-prescription medications, and visits to the chiropractor. So that's just a little bit, just take, if it's something you don't have, okay, so pass on this. But if it's something that you're paying for, take note of it. And when you go see your tax guy, mention it to him, okay? So that you take advantage of that deduction, because that's really, 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 really important. Okay. Another area where you can take deductions from is bank fees and business interests. So let's say you got a loan from a bank to fund your business. You can deduct the interest, of course. If it was a loan for both business and personal expenses, you need to track how much of it went to business, and you can only deduct the business portion. So if it was 70-30 and 70 went to business, 70 is tax deductible. Okay. You can also deduct business-related banking fees and charges. So if you get charged, $20 for a return check, or, now whatever fees, paying for replacement checks. I'm just kidding, but monthly service charge. If you lose your card and you have to pay a fee to get a new card, you can write these off. So keep track of everything. That's why I say get your folders ready for 2025 so you can keep track of everything. All your statements, put them in there by month. Okay, don't let anything get by you, because it's money in your pocket or money not in your pocket if you forget. So you can write off interest from a business credit card. So if you have a business credit card, you can write off the interest on any unpaid portion, or annual fees. And you don't have to have a business card to deduct qualifying interest. If you have a personal card used exclusively for business, you can still deduct, but you have to prove that you used it for business. So your statements say you bought shoes. You bought shoes for your medical courier business, right? Because your shoes you bought a new cooler, you bought new ice packs, you bought a new printer, you bought, you can take those deductions off those business expenses. Make sure you keep your receipts. That's everything is keeping your information. Keeping your, everything you do, you keep receipts on, put them in the folder. Print them, put them in the folder. So that when you go to your tax guy, he has everything. And you make notes. And you talk to him about everything, okay? So that he knows what you're doing. Startup costs. This is another item you can deduct. If you got your business up and running this year, 2024, you can claim deductions for many of the expenses used. So like if up to $5,000. So if you paid $125 to get your business started, if you paid for a website, if you paid for any travel, because you're looking for business locations, you can write those off. If you paid for training any employees that you have, you can write those off. If you set up an LLC for your business, you can deduct an additional $5,000. However, buying equipment or vehicles aren't considered startup costs. So you cannot deduct the vehicle for your business for a few years until it depreciates in value. Then there's a depreciation. Okay? So make sure you keep track of that information. So if you started your business in 2024, you can deduct those costs up to $5,000. The next item, consulting and professional service fees. When you're a business owner, you may need to get extra help from people who specialize in different areas. If you need consulting, like for instance, if you hire me to consult with you and you paid me $150 for an hour, you can deduct that. If you get a lawyer and you needed to ask him a question, if you consulted him and you about your business, you can write that off. Okay? So any consulting fees that you pay, you can write off. Okay? So now this one is an interesting one. This is self-employment taxes. Okay? When you fill out your tax form as a self-employed worker, self-employment taxes can be a shock, and I'll tell you why. Because when you work for somebody else, they pay their portion of the taxes and you pay your portion of the taxes. But as a self-employed individual, you pay both employer and employee side of Social Security and Medicare taxes. That's at a tax rate of 15.3% of your net earnings. The IRS knows this isn't fair, so they allow you to deduct half of your self-employment tax, which is cool. So while it really won't reduce the actual amount of self-employment tax you need to pay, it can reduce your income tax that you have to pay, which is cool. So self-employment tax and income tax aren't the same thing. Self-employment tax and income tax are not the same thing. Make sure you put this on your list to talk to with your tax guy. Okay? That's very important because that can make a little difference for you. Okay? If you qualify for a business income deduction that allows eligible self-employed people to deduct a portion, this qualified business income deduction allows you to deduct a portion of your business income. So what does this mean? It means that you can deduct up to 20% of your business income. There's limitations though, and we all qualify because as a single person, you have to make below 163,000. As a couple, you have to make 326,000. So what does this mean? It means that the business income reported on your personal tax returns, you can deduct up to 20% of it. So talk to your tax guy about this, okay? This is the qualified business income, QBI. Take note of it. Take note of it. It's really important for you. For you. Yes. And finally, tax advice from there are many benefits to being self-employed, okay? And a qualified tax advisor can help you optimize your strategy when filing your 1099, Independent Contractor income tax deductions. While hiring a tax advisor may seem unnecessary, the tax preparation they provide may save you valuable time, and preparers can help you with your itemized deductions. So when you hire someone, when you go to wherever you go to get your taxes done, you're paying them for a service. You can write off their fees as a business expense. That's the bottom line. Bottom line, okay? So here's what I say to you. Here's part of your organization. Keep track of these 12 items that I talk about. Take notes. And I'll probably, what I'll do is I'll make a a separate sheet with all of the items so that all you have to do is print it or just take a picture of it, download it, whatever. And make sure that you put this in your folder at the end of the year. When you go see your tax guy, make sure you go one by one. You make sure that he takes deductions for each one of those items that pertain to you. Some of them may not pertain because you may not have medical or dental that you're paying for, so you can't deduct something you don't pay for. Okay? But for the most part, you should have almost every one of these items. If you started your business in 2024, you can't take it off again in 2025. So that won't pertain to you. So there's certain things that don't, but there's a lot more that do. So I'll make sure to put a list of the 12 items that I talked about in the first video and this video so that you can have access to that and put it in your folder. Remember, my recommendation to you is to get a folder for each month of the year. Put your receipts as you buy stuff for your business. As you start your business, print the cost of it. From if you paid $125 to start your business online, make sure you print that receipt, put it in your folder. Print the receipt or your statement from your bank account, print that receipt, put it in your folder, or put the statement in your folder if you pay for it with your credit card. But you need to have proof of everything, okay? Because now you're a business. Now you're playing with the big boys. Now you got to keep everything in order, okay? This is important, so important, so that you stay on top of things. Get organized, get your folders, get a little mobile place where you can put your folders. What do you call it? A little filing thingy, a little filing box. You know, easy to keep in your closet, in your car, wherever you want to keep it. And you keep your receipts for your gas, for any equipment you buy, for any lunches that you may have with business partners or people you're going to hire, shoes that you bought for the business, clothes that you bought for the business, because it's different than what you would normally wear. So you're buying, you know, different type, you know, pens, pencils, paper, printer. Yes, keep the receipts for everything. And I promise you that that will help you lower your income tax, okay? Because remember, as a 1099, taxes are not deducted. You are responsible for deducting those taxes. So you have to set aside a little bank account for that. Remember that, all right? So I hope this helps you out. Remember to subscribe to my page. Remember to follow. What I mean is like this video. Remember to do that, please. It helps me so much to grow. And remember to hit the notification bell so anytime that I put out a new video, you will be notified and you'll be here watching, okay? Don't forget, there's more to come, okay? I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe and like and follow. Have a great day.